everyone. Welcome to another episode of the La Familia podcast. The guys are in. To my right, we got Wes and the Heck, and of course, the one and only George. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone feeling? We have missed quite some time. Let's recap everything that we've missed. We got Xbox raising their prices.
I didn't even notice that.
Nah?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, Xbox raised their prices. We have The Last of Us Season 2. We have... What else? Damn, I have something else. I forgot.
The Pope died, and we got a new one.
From Chicago, from Chirac. What else, guys? What else have we missed in these two weeks off? Non-music. Is that about it?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Important. I mean, there was boring boxing matches last week.
The Ryan lost. I saw that.
One gorilla versus 100 men.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to do that? Man, we did the kid one. We might as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't beat 100. One gorilla. 100 men, they can't beat one gorilla.
Nah.
Fuck no.
Fuck
No. If it's like 80 John Jones and like 10 Brock Lesnar's,
Yeah.
and then maybe like 5 LeBrons, and throw like 5 more Shaqs, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, not regular. Not your average American or average male.
Yeah.
But I mean, are people willing to die though? Like, are people? If people are,
I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Then yeah, you could take out.
Well, yeah, it's a fight to the death. Yeah.
Yeah, gorilla's not that big.
I think we have.
They're a decent
shot.
size.
Yeah, I think we have a shot.
I think Shaq is bigger than a gorilla.
Yeah, but see, if we're choosing and picking who we can send.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
it's
different.
The average.
Yeah, but if we're just saying
Shaq
hey,
right now is not gonna fucking.
Yeah, if it's like a random draft of
like you're gonna have some Georges on your team.
That's probably
Some Georges and Rafas.
Those are the scapegoats. You send them in, grab the legs, do what you can.
Yeah, because they're kind of distractions.
Yeah, and then they're gonna use George to beat you up.
But there's no time limit. I mean, he's gonna get tired.
Yeah. Eventually, stamina.
Wow.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
True.
I mean,
but 100.
100 is a lot.
It's not that much.
It's a lot of people for one gorilla.
If we said we couldn't take 100 kids, then I feel like
we didn't say we could take 100 kids. He said he could take 100 kids.
That's why.
Said like 10.
That's what I'm saying though. If we can't even take 100 kids,
exactly.
I feel like 100 grown men versus one gorilla has a better shot. Especially if it's not like Royal Rumble. If it's just 100 on one.
Even if you had like 10 John Jones, I think you're able to do some damage. Dude.
Yeah.
Like you can fucking throw some kicks, and I mean you can grab his balls and do some shit like poke his eyes, you know, like
theoretically get a few of us.
I think you guys are making it sound way too easy to get into his.
Get a few of us to hopefully like.
But I think you're missing the point where like you can have at least 10 to 15 people crowd him and like make it difficult for him because he's not going to be able to get it.
Yeah.
Gorillas aren't that like mobile as far as arms. They're not able to like pick their arms up.
But one of his punches is probably gonna knock a regular human being out.
I just think he's gonna be overwhelmed by the amount, though.
It's like, think about it like this: like if somebody's like, if 4 people are around you, are you gonna be able to swing? You got to get momentum too.
Yeah,
you got to be able to pull your arms back. Like, you can push them out the way, but if they keep coming, like,
yeah. And I also think if George punches a gorilla, he's breaking his arm. I
don't think so, but he's not gonna 1 HP, dude. He's just gonna take one, you know, like that's all he'll do.
That's what I also think. Like,
yeah,
I think they're
because their muscle density is different from ours. I get that. And yeah, for sure. But again, I just think it's just too overwhelming at some point.
You're still vulnerable, right? In the eyes, and the nose,
the anatomy parts that we have, it's gonna hurt them.
Like if you have 3 people holding his arms, like you could have them break the fingers and shit like that. Like there's,
and I get your point though, with getting into his personal space, and then what happens to you during that. But then what happens to the first 4?
You know,
then the next 4 have to like kind of be there while it's already happening to take advantage of that little moment.
I think even 50 men can do it. I think you need at least 20, a good 20 to sacrifice themselves for sure. For sure. People are dying for sure, but...
Because I've also heard that they're kind of dumb. I heard they're not that smart. That the monkeys and orangutans are the ones that are more intelligent, but that gorillas, aren't that like intelligent.
Oh, let me look.
So they're not going to be all that strategic either.
Let me look up their build real quick. I don't think they're like mass.
Their abilities. George, what do you think?
Just put a silverback.
If I'm gonna win,
No,
man.
See, look, they're between 4'11" and 5'11" standing.
Okay.
Right, their weight is 300 to 430 pounds.
You got some weight on us, that's for sure.
You know, that's not huge. We're talking about an elephant.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard too. You know what I mean? But
Plus, if we can just get like 2 or 3 John Jones / LeBron James in there, we can kind of just overpower them.
yeah, like if you get
I
like,
think we got a decent shot.
yeah, even if
That's
you
obviously
get,
not
like,
guaranteed.
just one big show.
Yeah, but see now, I think if we hand pick and select our 100, we're winning.
even if it's random.
Easy.
What are
I
the
don't think
chances it's all going to be little guys?
Nah,
What if it's just like a
high.
bunch of us's?
I think because the average height.
You also got to
It's
think
like
about like George is gonna be scared.
Yeah, well,
As much as he wants to say, so there's
everyone's
gonna
gonna be
be
scared.
men in there that aren't gonna be trying to fucking.
yeah.
But
I
see,
get it.
that's the only thing. I think if people are willing to sacrifice
It has to be
themselves,
to death. That's the question. Yeah.
Can I use dirt?
Use whatever you
Even
want.
to the death, some motherfuckers are pussy when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So you could grab 100 random and be like, you got to do this or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
They'll be okay with dying.
I think we also have to take into account some of them may not be in the best shape.
That's what I'm saying.
You get like maybe a 300-400 pound guy in there who's just like,
But he could hold an arm down too.
like you might have some people who just maybe are like super out of shape. It's just not gonna work
Because
out.
as soon as you lock the limbs, I mean,
Yeah,
what is he gonna do?
yeah. I think it's doable. I think it's doable. But
It's
the more
It's
the
doable.
merrier.
Even half of that, even 50 people, I think it's doable.
Yeah. I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
Yeah, they're not huge. They're big, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
If it was like a tiger or something, all right, tigers are fucking.
How fast? I wonder how fast they are.
Or
That would
even
be
a
scary.
bear. Oh, like a gorilla?
Yeah.
I think they can move between
Yeah.
like 10 to 15 miles an hour.
I know a bear is fast as fuck.
Yeah, I think 100 people versus
A
one
bear?
bear. I think that's a more
Nah,
like-
bro. It's like Leo DiCaprio did it.
clear cut. I think the bear takes everybody out because that motherfucker can run.
All right, guys. Anything else before we move on to music? Any other happenings? Last of Us? Anyone watching? The
What is
Studio?
that on?
It is on HBO. The Studio's on Apple. I think that's all the shows I've been watching. No.
No, I'm watching the last of it.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
I mean, it's good.
Yeah. Cool.
No,
Never watched it.
Big Star Wars guy.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do for Star Wars Day?
Yeah, the re-release.
I watch movies.
the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, or not? It's just
I try
Movies
to.
in general.
I try to do it from the beginning, and then I fell asleep.
Do you know like the Roman numerals? Can you read them?
Yes, but I mean, I forget sometimes.
Do you know what order they came out?
Yeah. So where do you start?
Acolyte.
Acolyte.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
This show?
I think that's the Disney show.
Well,
Just Origin.
that's the.
It is.
we're talking
but
about like
it's
the
new.
movies, the original movies.
Because you don't necessarily watch them from when they first came out, right?
Say that if you have to.
If you're
No.
watching them chronologically or like,
Oh, I would
Through
watch them the
release.
way they came out. I wouldn't watch them in chronological order. That's why I said Acolyte, because that's the origin. But that's like a Disney show, as far as I know. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
a movie.
it's not a movie. It might be like an animated movie.
Yeah. Wait, is it a show or is it anime?
It's a show.
It's a show.
And you fell asleep after the first one?
No,
Or where'd you get? How far did you get?
Well, which
towards
one's
the
your
third one.
Which one's your favorite movie or show?
Why do you guys look at me like that?
Because we're talking to you. Fool. Like what,
Should I
that's
not?
what you're supposed to do when you talk to.
All right.
You know who does that? The coach of Tottenham, Postecoglou. Apparently, like when reporters talk to him, he doesn't look at them, and when he talks to them, so like in England, he's like,
Oh, you don't like him?
yeah, they don't fuck with him.
Mm.
He's probably gonna get fired. Like, well, he is gonna get fired.
He's a Tottenham coach?
Didn't they make the Champions
Yeah.
League?
No, they're in the Europa League. Well, if they win the Europa, they're like in 15th place in the Premier League. But But what is he doesn't when reporters ask him questions, he doesn't look at the reporters. Like he'll answer, like let's say George talking to me, he'll answer like this, and then like
Had he said why? Or?
I think he has, but
Yeah.
I forgot why. It's fucking weird though.
You don't want to
like George. Like George.
I mean, I can look at the camera. You know, I try to look at the camera sometimes, but I feel like I should also, you know.
Well, yeah.
What's your favorite of the Star Wars?
I try not to look too long because I know that makes me uncomfortable.
The Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
Oh, the shirt you have on.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That was an easy one. You know, you just fucking. He doesn't know.
All right, guys. On to music. Fuerza Regida's new album. I was able to listen. Wes, you didn't get a chance. George?
No.
No? Heck, you got a chance. Tell me, heck. What do you think of the album so far?
You know what's funny? When I like listened to it, like I just played it. I didn't like listen to the song, like look at the song names or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like 3 or 4 songs in. I'm like, dang, this is like a mob album, like a mobster album.
Okay.
And the fucking first song is called
Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather. And I was like, oh, that's like I can
felt
see
the
what he did with this.
Yeah.
And it's a chill album. I think it was good. I know he released a deluxe a week after. He got a song with Anuel, another one with Becky G. Isn't that like, is he
What's up, Tom?
just like getting a feature just to smash or what?
I don't know, but that song is fucking terrible.
I just learned of the
I was about to say any song with Bea Cat is terrible. Like, how is she making music?
But I feel like that's her thing though.
But I know. After listening to that song, I was like, she has to be doing this shit on purpose. Like, there's no way she's going in there and like
She kills it.
taking it seriously.
That's her sound. Bad music.
Yeah, because people still like.
People like that.
Yeah, there's.
I can't believe people like
there's
that.
those women who like that.
Yeah, that insane trick.
Yeah, but I just feel like he's getting that feature just to
Maybe
hit
he
one more
already
time.
has.
No, but I'm saying like he's getting it so he can keep.
Yeah.
Or there's some blackmail going on. Why else are you gonna?
Because this is a second feature with
She was on the last album.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it the last album?
Yeah, that I don't know what I want is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Unless he dropped like something in between.
That was the
I thought he did.
The like house.
the EDC one, or house, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't think that song was good either, from what I can remember.
Oh, it wasn't. It was the fucking
Pica Pica.
no, for the other one. It was like
Do you remember
It
that?
was Bellaquita, I think. Bellaquita.
Yeah.
Oh, but his part was cool.
Yeah.
But I'd say that one's a little better.
I just don't like her. I'm not saying like I just hate whatever.
I really like JLP's part on that.
Yeah.
She gets on
That one is a better song than this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this one was terrible.
Yeah. This one's like trolling.
It's like they went in there and were like, let's just make the worst shit. Like,
Yeah.
Just seems like satire at this point.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I saw he was like doing like promo at the Mills.
He was doing promo, hella promo everywhere.
Like he did a thing where he disguised himself as like a bum or like a homeless person.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like,
and he was selling.
can you listen to my album or whatever? And then like no one was saying yeah or whatever. And then finally like an elderly
Yeah.
Mexican man was like, yeah, I listened. And then JLP was like, oh, I'm JLP from Fuerza Regida. I want to like, I think he told him to fly him out to Vegas. Something I forgot what, but
For like his release, maybe.
yeah.
Okay. That's cool. He does have pretty good marketing. Any other thoughts on the album? Or the Anuel feature? The deluxe?
Ooh, I didn't like that.
Oh,
listened to it twice.
Nah, I played this out.
Yeah, I didn't really like the song.
I didn't like the song either. I didn't like JLP on it. I was on it.
Yeah,
How he
it
always
was,
sounds.
yeah. I don't know.
Like he hopped on it and was like, I don't know what
It was like half good, half. There were some
Mm.
parts that I liked and other parts that I didn't. It just wasn't.
Okay.
It just kind of missed for me in
Yeah.
some aspects of the song.
Yeah, I just listened to the two other three deluxe right now before we started. And
I don't know why you would drop your deluxe like a week after
The
your
LeBron
regular.
James.
Maybe the numbers. Did you
They're
guys see
that
any?
bad?
I mean,
Were those 3 songs gonna move the needle? Like,
Hey, I'll tell you this though.
Yeah.
I'm not a country like listener like that, but I'm also not a country hater. But
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind like like a country album from Fuerza. I think he has a voice for it. Like
There's
he has
some of
the
that,
raspy, like the raspy being able to sing voice
Yeah.
that just go perfect. I thought, yeah, my girl's been telling me about that one all fucking week.
I can see that. The album for me is fine. I think it's good. I think the best way I can describe it, it's like eating my favorite food and everything tastes okay, but it's not really liking it for some reason. Everything sounds fine, everything sounds good, but it's just not clicking. I think somewhere in the middle is where it really it starts to fall off for me. The first 4 songs, I think up to, I forget which song. Let me see. It's the first 4 or 5 that I do like. Oh yeah, first 4 up to Chavalitas. And then the last...
Yeah, like Por Sus Ojos. That was
I do. But just since I was already out, I'm not even really going to mention it, but...
Hey, some of the lyrics on what song was it? I think it's Peliculeando.
Okay. Sus?
Not sus. It's just funny. There was one that was like, si me besas, entre más me besas, más me crece. And that's like a Mexican saying. It was like towards the end.
Yeah.
He's hanging out too much with Drake.
And then he said, and then it was like a little bar in between, and then it was like a...
That George.
And then something, y me sacas toda la leche. That's looking at me laughing.
I did not notice that, but I'll look out for the next time because I'm only listening to the album like twice so
Yeah.
far.
No, I think I listened to maybe 3 times.
Yeah, I haven't caught that, but I'll listen for it. You said it's the track 4?
Peliculeando.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean, I think that's just like a Netflix and chill song.
Okay.
Pretty much. That's what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
translation is. So I can see why he would have some of those. But it's just kind of funny. It caught me off guard because I was like really listening.
Yeah.
And he was like, entre más me besas, más me crece.
That's how I get with Bad Bunny sometimes. Like, he'd be saying some shit that's like...
Oh, dude,
Damn.
we had an event at work, and I was emceeing, and then they let me play music. So, like, I was playing like all...
You were like hosting?
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
cornhole tournament that we had.
Oh,
Okay.
And they have catering or whatever.
So you were like on the mic?
Yeah, I was on the mic. I was just fucking-
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care what none of those people did.
And what'd you play?
I was just playing all the hits. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had, I played because we were out there for like 2 hours. I played our playlist
Okay.
for like whatever, however long that, like 45 minutes. And then I played mine.
Yeah.
And then they let me play all the Rao. Like, I was playing Rao for like cool 20 minutes. And you know how explicit he can get sometimes.
Yeah. No saying nothing? No one even noticed?
Nah, I mean, the owners are white. Great people.
Yeah.
Yeah, great people. But that shit was cool. Like, there was at points where like I was just chilling and I was just listening. I was like, dang, they really let me play this. Well, nobody's saying nothing. Everybody vibing. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
That's what's up. Do you have a favorite song on the album?
No.
No, me either.
No.
Me either.
I think they all go with the album. I like that the album was not 50,000 songs.
Yeah, same.
I think it was a good move on his part.
Yeah.
Then I didn't mind the deluxe, except for the Bad Cat song. But yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not like a 10 album.
No. I don't think so. I think very strong start, though. I really like the first 3-4 songs.
Yeah.
I was excited after listening to those, and then somewhere in the middle, I just was like, that's cool. That's whatever. But on to other music news, guys. What else has been going on?
We should talk about so Russ put out a tweet, the great Russ.
Yeah.
Pretty much going off about how putting streaming numbers the way Spotify does. Does Apple do that?
No, I don't.
I think he was just talking about Spotify actually. So on Spotify, like on the cover pages for if you go on these artists or whatever, it'll say what their top 5 songs are at the moment and what the stream numbers are and everything. And he was just kind of going off of how damaging it can be for just like the whole music scene to have those up. because he went on to say like it can, you put these numbers on the board, and what ends up happening is that like all these artists want to inflate their numbers to make it seem like they're so much more popular than they actually are.
Yeah.
So it kind of turns a competition of like who can get the most listens, not necessarily who can put out the best music.
Yeah.
Even though there is some correlation with who puts out the best music is most likely going to have the most streams, right?
Yeah.
But there's also, you run into that where there's a lot of fluffing of the numbers.
Yeah.
And he kind of says that where like it's a disingenuous aspect of who these artists are kind of portrayed as, as far as like their popularity and all that. And it kind of takes away from, even like, you can even look at it like if you go on it and you're like, dang, this song has whatever 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
Right. And you're kind of be like, oh, well, like it should be a popular song. You kind of listen to it.
Yeah.
And then you go on with these high expectations. That kind of ruins the aspect of going into that song and being able to appreciate it.
Or vice versa.
Right? And then it can have the low number of streams and then you can be blown away by the song. Like, why isn't this song more popular?
Or not even listen to it because it has low numbers.
That too, right?
Yeah, because you're not going to trust, like no one else is listening to this. So why am I even going to bother?
And I know you guys have said this before, but, not musically, but like spitting facts, like saying things how they are. Like Russ has always been on point with a lot of the things that he said.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like the music business. He does have a lot of great points. Wes, any thoughts? What do you think? Does he have a point?
I mean, yeah. But it's also like obviously sometimes we have a podcast and shit, so we want to do like most streamed songs.
Yeah.
Less on Apple, you can't do that. So then it's like, how the fuck are we ever gonna find out? Like,
Yeah.
That'd be like, and it's not, but it's like if we couldn't see how many points like a player scored in the NBA.
Yeah, they're important to an extent, right?
And that's not the same because obviously NBA players are actually like, they're working for that. You can see, and they're working for it. Whereas, like,
but even then, sometimes they say that a lot of that
numbers
garbage time.
That numbers like
it could be when you're fucking up 30 or you're down 50. So what you're putting out isn't really.
But like my point compared to like dropping the song, like they're not out there.
Yeah.
There's no garbage time streams or something.
Unless you're fucking. Well, there have been. I remember when that song Rockstar came out, the Post Malone 21 Savage. Mm-hmm. And like they posted on YouTube, they made it like the official song like a minute long or something. I forgot what they did, but they put it on a loop so it could gain like a bunch of fucking.
Oh, just on YouTube.
Yeah, and it went #1 and shit.
Of course.
And after that, everyone was posting like. I remember fucking Justin Bieber posted this thing like, "Hey, this is how you're supposed to listen to the song, the album. Do this," and like everyone was trying to like fuck with the. Obviously, it wasn't Justin Bieber; it was this fucking PR team. But other people were doing it. Like Chris Brown was dropping like a 40 song album and shit, just so like obviously run up the stream and shit.
Yeah. Migos were doing the same.
Migos did the same thing with Motorsport.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I think in part it is their team, not necessarily just them, who wants to make the snippet version. Because I don't think Justin Bieber's really seeing much of that snippet money. I think his label's getting whatever YouTube is collecting.
Yeah.
Or at least in a large part. I mean, he signed, so I'm assuming that's what's going on. But kind of to what you were saying, that it is important to an extent, and it would be more important, but now what fucks it up is that a lot of numbers are fake.
Yeah.
And we know that whatever we see isn't necessarily reality. And I think that's where he has most of his point. Like you just can't trust it.
Good rule of thumb is to always cut maybe anywhere between 10 to 30% what the actual number is.
Yeah. Especially for a larger artist, for sure. Yeah. Just cut 20 off the top.
Yeah, and I think you got your real number more or less.
Yeah. Because it's just become more so hitting the number for the plaque or for the #1 or for the...
Or even for your contract with
that too. Yeah.
Incentives and all that.
Yep.
I mean, it's just... I mean, why wouldn't you you know, if you have a stipulation with your label, like, hey, if you get, you know, 100 million streams of the song within a year, like, you're going to be paid out this much.
Yeah, yeah.
This of course, you're going to fucking hire somebody on the back end for somebody from India for $5,000 to fucking just listen to this shit.
Especially if the labels aren't checking in on that, if they don't even care where it's coming from.
Yeah, like how would they able to prove that? You know, I mean, they have metrics and stuff that'll be like, hey, you're getting listens over here. But I mean, how much are they going to care?
Right.
Know? I think what they care
this
is
little town in India has 200 million streams for this song.
Yeah,
it's not fishy at all.
There was but the good way the things that sell is like obviously their shows, like when people go to the shows.
Yeah,
like I think Kendrick just broke the record for like by Eminem at one show, like most revenue made at one show. It was like 9 million.
Oh, okay.
I think. It was like 4 or 6.
Yeah.
Oh, but
that was the fucking thing going around.
Yeah, that is a more trustworthy metric.
But Julio, you guys know Julian Alvarez, the artist, singer.
Oh yeah, he was at SoFi like a couple weeks ago. Right?
Yeah, and he broke the record for most alcohol sold. I think I just
alcohol.
Yeah. Like he shut it down
at SoFi.
Like sold out, bro.
Damn.
No, yeah,
like there wasn't even rubbing alcohol.
I knew some people who were going. I didn't know who he was, and then I was like, oh, this was fucking at SoFi. He must be.
It must be big.
Yeah. Oh. But I was going somewhere with the shows thing, but you guys could.
Yeah, they were saying for a while that Kendrick could never, like, he didn't have real fans, that he could never fill shit up or do anything.
Yeah, but he's up right now too. Like his popularity is.
Yeah.
Almost as the good. He's the not the heel. What's the other word?
Face.
Yeah, he's a face right now.
He becomes the first rapper to earn 9 million USD from one concert.
Wow.
To earn that?
It was at the Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. He sold 47,354 tickets at an average price of $192.
Damn. $192 for what?
$192.70.
How many tickets?
47,354. But that's the average price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still comes out to the 9 million.
Wow.
But he doesn't earn that, does he? He doesn't earn 100% of ticket sales.
Obviously, some to the staff and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not. Let me see if it says.
Probably taking a third of it.
But doesn't he? He's not signed to.
No, he's his own thing.
Own label now, so he probably just has a
PG label.
Yeah, like a licensing deal or something.
The previous record was Eminem in 2019. 8 million. Yeah, 8,700,000. But that was in Australia.
Wow, he did it in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
What's going on over
there? In Australia?
Not
Minneapolis.
Timberwolves are up right now. But I was saying that because we're going to the J Balvin concert tomorrow, right? And okay. The whole buy one get one free shit.
Yeah.
So this is at the Forum, right? The Forum, if you don't know and listeners don't know, Forum is like right next to SoFi Stadium. It's like walking distance to fucking SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
And apparently, this might not even have to do with why he had to do the bug up, but Beyonce is performing at SoFi tomorrow as well, same time and everything. Obviously, different demographics. So I don't think Beyonce was taken away from fucking J Balvin's fans. Yeah. But then I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. Like,
that does. The same night you're in town,
next door, fucking Beyonce. I was even like, bro, fuck, let's go see. We go to Beyonce. I looked, the tickets weren't even crazy. They were like $90, cheap as well.
But she's doing her country tour.
Yeah, it's like a country. That's what I was saying. I was like, And that's all I was like, I didn't know you're a Beyonce fan like that. I was like, I mean, I'm not like a fan. I haven't listened to any of her shit, but she's got hits. And,
yeah, she's a legend.
Yeah, she must put on a good show. Like, I would want to go to at least one concert.
Yeah.
While she's in her prime. Like,
right. Yeah, I get that.
But anyways, yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, that sucks. Like,
it can be that.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't steal all his. Yeah. It's not like it was fucking Mark Anthony or some shit.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, guys. What else? Yamiko track? Anyone? Any thoughts? New single?
I understood.
Nah. Heck.
Mm-hmm.
George. Man, you're the biggest fan.
I'm pretty sure because like I seen a Instagram post where she was like dancing and she like is showing her fit.
Uh-huh.
I think that was
The song. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that song's okay. So it's not bad.
Would you smash?
Isn't she bi?
Why are you acting like you're actually gonna have a chance to like?
I'm not sure. I can't say for sure.
And first of all, I don't know what else to say.
Her TikTok
George will
comments,
smash anything.
her TikTok comments are funny because it's all girls just thirsting over her, and one of the ones I always see is
George.
a tear just rolled down my leg.
Okay.
Like
Coochie what?
Oh, okay.
So it'll just say my tear, and then the comment under will say my leg. Yeah, her comments are, funny. All right, what else have we missed, guys? Fuerza, Yamiko.
Oh yeah, Drewski and Fuerza are teaming up to do a. You know how Drewski does his could have been records, like where he'll have people on, like almost like a talent show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that was called. That's what it was called.
He linked up with Fuerza, and they're gonna do one in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna have a bunch of artists, poets, actors, and all types, musicians, and all types of things.
It'd be funny.
He's
Should we
gonna
sign
have
up?
like a little series, and then the winner is gonna get $50,000, and then maybe a record deal, maybe. But, yeah, they're not getting shit, but
That's how they get you.
I think it's all content for sure.
I don't even think you want that record deal. You get into a full 720 for them. That's not gonna work for you. Okay, guys. What else? What else has gone on? Oh, Bad Bunny tour. Bad Bunny tour was announced.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something, but yeah, he announced like a world tour, well, Latin America tour. Like,
So not US.
no, he hasn't announced US yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that right now. But yeah, he's starting off like all Latin America, most of Latin America, like the big countries. Obviously, he's not going to fucking Bolivia or some shit, but
Yeah. Not yet.
yeah, and then he's doing Europe. So Europe, right? This is all like next year. It starts late this year, and then like it's mostly all of next year. But I haven't seen any reputable sources putting up why he hasn't announced US.
Yeah.
But the fan pages and shit are saying that.
Oh, they started speculating.
Yeah, that he's it's part of a protest against colonialism. That's why he's not going to the US, right? Because whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I was like, well, if we're protesting colonialism, why the fuck's he going to Europe? They are decolonizers.
The originals.
He's going to Spain. He's going to France.
Yeah.
Why don't we get up Africa? See what they think about the French,
Right. Yeah.
everyone else in Latin America, what they think about the Spaniards, or what the Spaniards think about Latin America.
Yeah.
Even the Portuguese in Brazil.
Yeah, he's going to Portuguese. I mean, he's going to Portugal as well.
Yeah.
So then people were saying that, and they were like, "Oh, he's protesting the U.S. and all this shit."
Oh, but that's what people are saying.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. There's no
okay.
Like, that's what I said. He hasn't. Can't I say this is just what the bad bummies are saying.
Bad bunmies, for sure. Shout out to
They're
them.
saying that he's protesting the U.S. and he's not going to come.
Yeah.
And he might not come.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's because like it's necessarily a protest.
Yeah.
It's already doing like 3-4 months of this year in Puerto Rico, and then like that shit starts end of December.
Okay.
I think he's in Mexico end of December for like 3 nights in where's that picture?
Yeah, but I mean, in reality, he's pretty much touring already in the U.S.
He's done the U.S. all the fucking time. So this tour is gonna go on from November 21st till July 22nd of 2026.
Okay.
Damn.
The Latin America ones are like, they're not that hectic. Like he's starting November 21st in DR, and then he doesn't perform again until December 5th. So he has like break between couple. Where in Europe it's all like pretty back to back because it's Europe and you could fucking
take like an hour train.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then I was like, he might not get to you, but it's because he obviously hasn't done Europe, or I don't think he's ever done Europe.
Yeah,
that was the whole thing of the
last
song
album
and shit.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he gone there? So he can't hit all the fucking If he wasn't doing his 3-month residency in Puerto Rico, then yeah, probably he would hit US. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna sprinkle in like one show or a pop up somewhere. Like next year at Coachella or some shit. I don't fucking know. But
I think that's cool to say. I think that's a nice theory to have. But if we're being real, if his label says to go do that, you go do that.
Yo, yeah.
And Bad Bunny is the kind of artist that's gonna pull in 200-300 mil probably in his tour in the US alone. And he can't say no to that. So I think that's a nice theory to have, and I just don't think that's, realistic.
Yeah, because I mean, he's gonna pull a good chunk of change in Europe too.
Yeah,
but
I just don't think I just can't see him going to the label or telling the label, "Hey, like, no US this time." Oh, why don't you want to go? Protesting. Oh, okay, no worries. We'll make it up some other way. Like, and he will, but the point is, the label's gonna get as much out of you. They're not gonna just be like, "Yeah, no worries. We'll get him next time. We'll wait for the next presidency or some shit." Like, it's just, I'd be really surprised if he came out specifically and said like, "Yes, that is exactly why," because I just can't see that. I don't think that's realistic. But fun theory. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, they've been on that for a while, but
for a while, really, that he's protesting the U.S.
Well, ever since this album came out,
got it.
Ever since he broke up with Kendall,
and yeah, I mean, he might not, because obviously by next year this album's gonna be. He might have a new one, so he might like. The Regida más fotos might not get to the U.S. and shit, but also like going to Puerto Rico is not on here. It's kind of a flight, but if you live on the East Coast, it's not like a crazy. It's a 3-hour.
Yeah, you get there.
3-hour flight to get there. Like if you really want to go to the fucking show.
You said you were gonna say something else before I interrupted you.
Oh, Anuel had announced a tour too, like this year. Yeah, it's like during the summer. I think he's gonna be in LA August something. And then I was like, damn. It was on a Saturday. I think he's at the Forum. I can't remember. But and I was like, it's like August and it was like one of the first weeks, and I was like, damn, I think that's the same night fucking Feid's headlining Art Summer in LA at the SoFi Park. But then I look, and it's like the week before.
Oh, you think he was trying to like...
Yeah, I thought it was going to be funny. If they were both the same night, I was like, that's going to be... That was funny.
Yeah.
But they weren't. He's too pussy to do that. He didn't want that.
Oh, there was I forgot what podcast it was, but Anuel he was calling in, doing like a little bit of a phone interview.
Yeah.
And they asked him about like...
Feid?
No, like the whole thing with Karol G or whatever. And he went on to say that he thinks that whenever a man talks about a woman, like that's not something you should do. Like a man should never talk about her ex.
A man should never talk about
Anuel said that?
Anuel said that.
But didn't he do that?
Exactly.
He made it
so it was just like so it was like
okay.
Because they were asking him, because isn't Yailin gonna do something with Karol G or something like that?
I think there was like speculating that like a song's coming out or something.
Right, yeah. So it was something along those lines about that topic, right?
Okay.
And Anuel kind of just like, no, de mi ex no hablo and this and that, and he was just like, no, like he kind of. I don't understand like their slang sometimes, but he made it sound like if you do that, then you might as well have like a pair of tits.
Okay.
Basically, sound like you're a girl. Like,
yeah. I get it.
Right.
Who's Yailin though? Who's Yailin?
It was his ex after.
Oh, and they might work together.
And that's 6ix9ine's baby mama.
I don't think. Well, Anuel and her have a kid. I don't think, but she was with 6ix9ine after Anuel.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think they have a kid. But she has a kid with Anuel.
But now she's an artist.
Yeah, she's been.
I feel like I've heard that. Have you brought it up?
Yeah,
before?
we talked about
Yailin,
it.
La Más Viral.
Have we played a song here?
No.
Like like as a joke.
No, not even as a joke.
I swear we have.
Even though her newer shit, I mean, I told, but it's getting better.
Okay.
You can see the progress.
Right.
Ghost Riders are doing their job.
She's on her
Karol G. She's not getting the. I don't think she's getting the Karol G feature anytime soon.
Getting that cosign would be crazy for her then, because I've never even heard of her. I mean,
nah, she's like very she's not up.
Got it.
Dang, I should have saved that clip, but it was pretty funny.
But I saw the same. I knew it was with the
like
Alofoque or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, he's
Did I save it?
I don't think streamer or whatever.
But Karol G just dropped her documentary yesterday.
Tonight. Oh, and I think they mentioned that as well.
Yeah, because in the documentary she talks about. I haven't seen it, but I just seen the clips.
Yeah.
She brings up Anuel again. Like, well, she doesn't. I don't think she brings up a name, but she just brings up like, oh, my last relationship was so toxic and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then now, like, the Anuel fans are saying, like, bro, like, she can't get over him, like, all this, and it's funny. And then she was like on her morning show either yesterday or today, and then they asked, it was English, like, she was on the Today Show, I think.
Yeah.
They asked her about Feid, and
okay,
she was talking all this shit about Feid, like.
Oh, I get it right here.
She loves him. And,
yeah.
I don't have that connection. Oh, you have the other plug right there. You can listen to it real quick.
Have the shorty. She dropped a song too. I haven't listened to it though.
She dropped it today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on a full.
Comentario de Carol, bro. ¿Algún comentario?
Me ha escrito todo el mundo, pero no he visto nada, no he visto.
Tú sabes que aquí teníamos una super discusión de que tú no hablas de tu ex. Nunca. Tú no hablas de...
No, si estuve con ella durante ese tiempo, yo no tengo nada que decir.
No tienes nada que decir.
Una mujer hablando de un hombre es normal, pero un hombre hablando de una mujer, olvídate que le pongan las tetas, ¿viste? Tetas y culo y el tote y se ya tú sabes.
Una cosa, dice aquí la gente en el chat y en los comentarios cuando se ha anunciado que esto ha sido súper viral, lo del concierto, que si nos podríamos imaginar a Yailin allá en el concierto, de sorpresa.
Ahora mismo Yailin tal vez pueda hacer que esté en el concierto, pues ya fallece la madre de mi hija, ¿entiendes? Pero de cantar ahora mismo, Yailin y yo no tenemos ese tipo de... Ahora mismo la comunicación de nosotros se enfoca bien cabrón en Cata, ¿entiendes? En Cata,
nada profesional.
Nosotros no hablamos de música, ¿sí me entiendes? Pero de ahora mismo real. Ay, normalmente es la maíz de mi hija, ¿entiendes? La madre mía, yo la apoyo bien, hijo de puta, ¿entiendes? En todo lo que haga y en todo lo que hace, como siempre, desde el primer día, como te dije. Yo no hablo de las mujeres nada, de cosas. Si yo estuve con ella y más si tienen un hijo mío, yo no tengo nada que decir de la madre de mi hija, no importa qué pasa, uno pasa en las redes, ¿entiendes? ¿Sabes lo que te digo?
¿Y cómo te sientes con el crecimiento de ella musical?
Yo soy famoso, bro, yo no puedo hacer nada. ¿Sabes lo que mi vida no es privada, bro? ¿Sabes lo que te digo? Ya, eso, yo vivo.
Una cosa.
I just can't take him serious.
He's got PR track. He's grown up.
Yeah, I just can't take him serious though. Oh, good for him. Good for him.
Listen, have me rolling out like, what? Did you say?
Oh shit!
I was like, I don't know, bro. I think you lying right here. So Mariano sent me this post, and it was basically songs by Luis Miguel that can go great on like as a soundtrack for Mario Kart.
I see.
No, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like going down Rainbow Road with this one, like.
I see.
And it was by Saavedra. We got cite our sources.
Haría en circuitos de Mario Kart. En el puesto número 7, Eres.
Gonna have to watch that shit, so it's gonna.
En el
No, I
puesto
can imagine it.
número 6, Cuando calienta el sol.
Did they fuck with the songs or is this what it...
No, this is the actual, because they made songs in the like,
Yeah?
80s and 90s. Dude,
En el puesto número 5, Te
de
necesito.
This sounds like straight from Mario Kart.
Right?
Yeah.
It was funny.
I think we're number 4.
En el puesto número 4, La última noche.
That's like on the final lap right there. Shit getting closed.
No, so far he has a miss. So far he has a miss. This from Luis Miguel?
En el puesto número 3, Amor.
Kind of sounds.
Yeah, this one does.
I feel like this one could go on any video game.
Yeah. I thought they were fucking with his songs to make them sound like video games.
En el puesto número 2, Mujer de Fuego.
Oh, damn.
I don't want to. This is like on the main screen of the
Like
in the
Y en el
menu.
puesto
start.
número 1, Vuelve.
They go with the game, dude.
Yeah, they do.
They go with the game.
They do. I like it. Very accurate. Speaking of games, GTA.
Oh yeah.
New trailer.
Our Feid was in it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Or was that a meme?
That was a meme. But the guy looked
like Feid.
Yeah. Obviously, I was in Puerto Rico for like a few days.
Yeah.
More than a few days. I got sunburnt as fuck. Like, to a fucking... I look like Larry the lobster. That shit was the most painful shit I've ever... Worst like 4 or 5 days of my life. But then I was like... So this happened Saturday. We flew back Monday. And like I couldn't even put on my backpack or my... I had to check in my shit because I was like, I can't carry it. Like my shoulder was there. And then it was like... I didn't sleep for like 4 days. Like comfortably.
What the fuck?
Obviously I slept for like a couple hours, but like comfortably. Like and then it was like Tuesday or whatever. And I was like, damn, what's worse? Being like sunburned or like being sick? Because they, sickness is kind of go away quicker, but whatever, same thing. And I was like, oh, man, I wouldn't know. But then I get sick like the next fucking day, right? Yeah. But whatever. That's not important. That was just a little fucking tidbit. But we're in Puerto Rico, and obviously like play a lot of reggaeton and shit. And like, obviously you couldn't go anywhere without listening to fucking the Regida 111XPantia album. Mm-hmm. And like the first couple of days, like, hell yeah, dog, Verdad's coming on. Then it's like Thursday, it's like Friday night, and we're like, all right, bro, there's more. We got, there's more in the Bad Bunny vault, let alone in the or they get on this discography that we could pick from. Yeah. And then by like Sunday morning, we're like, all right, bro, we're fucking.
So it's nothing but Bad Bunny.
It's mostly everywhere you go, they're playing. Davey is getting a lot of spin on our course too, but those are probably like the most. Lordao, obviously. Yeah. But hey, none of the newer shit from Lordao album, but Lara Diluvio, Lo Que Era, Que Pasaría, that came on. But a lot of those shit, but yeah. They be tirando más fotos out. Like we came home and Mariano said this whole week he hasn't listened to reggaeton for a whole week just because he's over. Like,
it was that bad?
I didn't listen to it for like 3 days. But then I came back.
Yeah, top.
I came back, but it was just...
You're itching.
Like, great album, but like, they were just... Yeah. Oh, bro, we were in the... I forgot where we were at and what song they played, and I was like, this is not like a club song. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still fucking peeling, bro. Like, but yeah, just OD with that album.
Did it ruin that one for you?
I didn't ruin it.
In part? Nah. Wasn't so much?
But it was just like, bro, we got more hits we could fucking...
Yeah. Because I think that happens a lot with TikTok songs sometimes, or like radio songs. It kind of just...
it's happened to me with Bad Bunny songs. Like, I hate Me Porto Bonito. Fucking Zafaera's getting on there, but then that came on, like, I was like, all right, it's fucking... Yeah. It's still it. But like, there's some Bad Bunny songs where I'm kind of like...
Just overplayed.
Yeah, just...
Or over-listened to.
Yeah,
you can play it as much as you want, but let me not hear it every single day.
Yeah, every time I step out.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we're doing our shit, like, what's been playing more, and obviously, like, those big artists were mostly going on, but...
Okay.
No Feid.
Yeah.
Classy 101 came on one time.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and then, I mean, if we're counting Vero Negro, but...
I can't.
Yeah, we can't. It's Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
But...
So all they played was Bad Bunny, Davey, Omar Courtz, Rao.
Yeah, for the most part. Like, those are great. Then you have, like, the one-offs. Like,
yeah. Like a hit here. A hit
like
there.
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school. A lot of Wisin y Yandel. Obviously.
Any...
But it's like everywhere you go, they're just bumping. Like, you're at a fucking coffee shop. And it's like...
So no one else wants to play anything else?
No, I'm saying reggaeton. Not just Bad Bunny shit.
Yeah.
We went to this one... to get like breakfast, we just had like empanadas and shit.
Yeah.
These fools played that new Odell song maybe like 10 times. The Carita Linda.
Oh no. Okay.
And I was like, and I hadn't heard it yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
But had you known that it come out?
Yeah, I knew it came out already. Because we said it would come out. But I still hadn't listened to it.
Right.
Well, actually, I'm lying. He performed at his concert, and that was the first time I listened to it.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, they played that shit like, bro, I promise. We were like, damn, again? These motherfuckers don't got another.
But over and over, or with the song?
No, like 5 songs in between.
Oh,
and then it came back, and maybe they just had this shit on Pandora.
Man, that fool had it queued, bro.
But I was like, damn.
No, but that song's new though, so I have a feeling like you had to have put it on somewhere.
Yeah, it don't play on its own.
Yeah, like it's too new. I don't think it's there. Like, yeah. Damn. Of all songs, Gotti.
Yeah,
That's not a good song.
Oh, just a little side note. We ended up finding out that Feid didn't drop his album on April 25th or whatever.
True. We did not.
We weren't here, right?
No.
That was when I was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So Rolling Stone's wrong. Everyone was wrong. Everyone kept saying it was.
Shout out Jules or what?
Nah, he wasn't in charge of it. He wouldn't let that information go through. But
we got an insider now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
I don't know if we do, but
theoretically, bro. I think we're one call away. We're one phone call away from the CEO of Rolling Stones, dude.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say something about that. I think it's coming though. It has to be by like
the end of this month, maybe.
Nah, I'm gonna go June.
Because Governor's Ball is in August, right?
Yeah, but he don't need something for that. No, Hard Summer's in August.
Hard Summer's in August.
I think Governor Ball.
Because when you lined up all his coming dates, it did seem like, okay,
Wisconsin?
maybe it's time to promote the album with all this shit.
Nah, but I also feel like for a festival, you don't want to put it out because a festival, you kind of doing your hits.
Yeah.
So like,
true.
Even if he does drop an album, like Governor's Ball is June 6th.
Yeah.
Like, not many fans are gonna know. Like,
yeah.
Unless he drops this shit like Hector said, this week.
But isn't the Governor's Ball like a big deal? On like there's pictures and videos.
It's a big deal, but I mean,
so like for example, if he's gonna drop his album or a single around that time, he's probably gonna use those platforms as a stepping, like, oh, put this up
as promotion.
Yeah.
I'm at the Governor's Ball. Here's my outfit. Here's this new song I played. I'm on.
But then he has like the T-Pain one after. It's kind of like
more random.
Yeah,
doesn't fit.
And Hard Summer, that's big festival, but that's obviously a house.
Yeah,
they always throw in like one rap, one. I think this is the first time they're ever having like a Latin fucking, or like, if we're counting Dioro as Latin.
Did Fuerza ever do?
No, they didn't.
They didn't, huh? Damn, missed opportunity.
Well, I think that album dropped after, or the lineup was already.
Oh,
because that was like last. That was after Hard Summer. That was like last September. When
was it?
That shit.
Oh yeah, because the EP dropped in February.
Nah, it was like July. It was like July.
Okay.
June, July.
Yeah. But you think the album's coming? You think Feid is dropping his album soon?
I don't know. Okay. Because now you just confuse me with that shit. Because like I said, you don't want to drop something and then like you're on the... Because you're not going to play most of it. Or your fans aren't going to know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that could be the perfect opportunity for him to promote his shit that's going to come out.
Yeah.
Because we know he's going to tour after. So, like, he doesn't need to... Like, we're going to have the shows for that.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense too. But we're getting it this year. That's
yeah.
Sure. I mean, he's been on like a run of just a year. Every year an EP album.
And I also think Karol G's getting ready to drop too. So I think he's kind of like...
Wait, wasn't there a rumor that she was pregnant?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was. But I mean...
Or there is.
She's not?
Well, I mean, she's been out. She had a red carpet shit for her.
Oh, that she's not.
Oh, for the next
documentary, yeah. Well, they were there on the red carpet. She didn't look pregnant.
Okay.
But she's hiding it very well.
Mm-hmm. It's early.
Well, this was like last year when they were saying this shit. Because she was like MIA. Like, she wasn't making music or them.
Got it.
Well, they got married and everything, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
I thought there was pictures.
There was a rumor.
Oh shit!
I thought there was like a picture where they were.
There was like a shirt. I know it was like a shirt of them.
Yeah.
But it was like a lot of people. Mm. But there was a writing on the shirt saying like alluding to that they got married. But
okay.
But as I was saying, I think she's getting ready to drop, so he's kind of like
gonna give her the lime. Like
got it.
You can step back.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but I think she just dropped the documentary. She dropped the song.
I see what you're saying.
I think she's trying to like, make more. She's outside.
Yeah, she make more noise for herself.
Yeah,
for something. Yeah,
dyed her hair.
Again, what color?
So it's a sign.
I think it's like brown now, like her regular.
They're natural.
Yeah. Okay. Joint album?
No.
Are we ever getting that?
I don't. I mean, no, obviously.
But do you guys think we're ever getting that?
No.
Realistically, I don't think so. No, I think that's a pipe dream.
Maybe if they get married.
I think even then. I don't know.
I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce did one. We could fucking...
No one cared about that, though.
Yeah.
The Carters?
Yeah. No, that one did. There were some hits on them.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
I missed
is it
it.
classic? Is there anything more than what it was?
Boy, I don't think Karol G and Feid are like classics either. Like Rosalía and Rodao did it.
Yeah.
Damn, Rodao.
What's up?
He had his shows in LA like last week or 2 weeks ago. Whenever I was in Puerto Rico. And good old Becky G pulled up.
To watch?
Yeah, to watch.
To watch.
She posted like
To watch.
no, but she posted a post like a whole ass movie of her being at the concert. And then you know how in the Baja Pa' Acá song with Alexis Fido, he named Rosa. He's like Chiquita como Becky, like and I think he says like culona and la minicu.
Yeah, she
had like a bear that said that the bear's name was like culona or something. I don't know, bro. Right. Referring to the lyrics. But yeah, she's at the concert and everything. And I'm just like, yo,
seeing something.
He's smashing, bro.
Yeah,
he's hitting that shit every time he's in LA. Or...
Yeah.
I thought he was hitting what's her name? Sabrina Carpenter.
Out?
Yeah, there was like another scene like that, kind of similar. But it was on an award show. I forgot what show it was.
Yeah, I think it was like last year. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and like she was grooving to his performance.
Okay. It's a big get. Becky G or just kidding.
Nah, but I think he's been like I said a couple years ago.
Yeah, ever since that
other concert where she pulled up, I was like, yo, this is. And then we found out like 2 weeks later, him and Rosalía broke up, and it's like,
oh yeah,
some shit's going on there.
I don't think we never did a reel of that, did we?
No,
I don't think we did
because we're waiting for the day when it comes out.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that, and you're like, "Watch, like, if this happens, we're gonna have to go back into it."
Because that shit was...
I feel like that's an easy catch for him. Like that's his old reliable.
He's got that one in the fucking.
She texts him.
Yeah,
probably.
I see you're gonna be here in a few weeks.
Can I get?
If I come,
she pulled up to. If she's there tomorrow, I'm leaving. Like I don't know. Hey, I'm. She's great. Bro.
Yeah, it's a bit. Nothing serious. All right, guys. Episode 199 of the LFP. Until next time, guys. Thanks for listening. Love y'all. Peace.